All righty. I'm gonna wait a little bit before we get some people to join us. So wait a couple seconds. Give some people an opportunity to join. All right. Let me see who we have online. Okay, everybody. This is Joe Diasana. Good morning. Good morning, sunshine, as I usually say. Hope all is well, and hope you guys are having a good time this week. Just a few things. Hey, Bincy, what's going on? How are you? I just wanted to go over some stats on our Market Mondays. As some of you who may know, I have been tracking week to week the number of actives, the number of properties that went under pending, and the number of solds week to week, just in the Houston area. So if it's in the city of Houston, I'm just looking at the average price and the median price, and then also the number of showings in the average range, just to get a sense of where things are. So I'm going to bring up my famed spreadsheet and just kind of highlight, focus in on some numbers so that you guys can really see literally what is going on. So let me fix this a second. Hold on one second. So basically I've done the last week, we've had 687 pendings in the average price range, 595 went under pending, and 264 sold. The average is 278, and the median price in Houston is 223. So overall, we are right at 341 for the average and 236 in the median. As far as showings in the average range, we had 1,523, which, by the way, the same week number that we had last year, we're up 103% from this time last year. So it's interesting that in terms of COVID, how the market's responding, we're doing a little bit better in showings. I mean, that's obviously what's going on. Also, when I look in the energy corridor, so let me bring that up. Hold on one second. I'm struggling to move this around. Let me move this around here. If we look in the energy corridor, let me bring that spreadsheet back so you guys can see that. In terms of pricing, we largely have remained the same. The average is 371, so it's higher, and the median is 319. So this is the oil crisis, right? Everybody's a little worried about how the barrel of oil is going to affect the energy corridor. We have not seen it yet. So that is absolutely good news. So the overall summary, let me bring this back down so you guys can see it better, if you guys aren't able to see it. But the overall summary is the average price from last year was 355. This year it's 341. The median price is 238. The average is this year is 236. So from a pricing perspective, we have not changed very much, even though for sure we're down 25% in solds, and we're down 20 sold units, and down 21% in showings, which tells me what this really means. How I'm interpreting it is that the real serious buyers are in the market, and if they're going to buy a house, they're not kicking around. You know, they're going through the restrictions, wearing masks and gloves, and going through that process. Even some of the lending guidelines have pulled back a little bit, just because they want to make sure that they're putting someone that is at lower risk into a loan. All of those type of things are still in place, and the market is still moving, and pricing really hasn't changed. Now, I have an anecdotal story for you. We closed on a property on Friday, one of my dear friends, and before COVID, we went under contract with a house that they didn't like. It was $435 at 3.62% interest. Okay, 3.62% interest on the loan. They found another house. They backed out of that because there were structural changes that they needed to make. They didn't want to do. They went under a contract with a higher priced home, 535. And on Friday, he turned to me and says, kind of interesting. I'm like, what? Well, my interest rate is 3%. I'm like, really? And then he goes, well, my monthly payment is lower than the lower priced home that we were looking at a month earlier. So in terms of buying, if you are interested in buying or thinking about buying or thinking about refinancing even, now is absolutely the time, because even though pricing has remained fairly even, the ability to buy more with a lower interest rate is awesome. So we had historical lows before COVID, and now we're going even lower. I even saw an article that something they were talking about, maybe it will hit 2.5% for the interest rates. So anyways, that is my Market Mondays. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you guys. Stay safe and wash your hands. Talk to you later. Ciao.